All right, so sometimes my wife and I will have these debates about who is more gay. She'll be like, look at you. You're wearing a sports bra, no plans to exercise. And that table saw you bought, your excitement about that table saw is beyond gay. And I'll be like, well, you're more gay because you love all this. That's right. You love my tools. See, conversations like this make it hard to believe that I was straight married to a man for 12 years. That's right. Sometimes it's not that you're afraid to come out, it's just that it takes you a very long time to realize things about yourself. See, I grew up in Indiana, and I didn't know a single other gay person. The only allusion to lesbians that I had heard of was in Prince's Purple Rain album. I don't know if you know this song, Wendy. Yes, Lisa. Is the water warm enough? Yes, Lisa. Shall we begin? Yes, Lisa. And I was like, whew. What are we going to begin? But these are not real people. They're like celebrity, like bath-taking lesbians. Nothing in my world. But even though I didn't have a frame of reference, there were still signs. Growing up, I refused to wear dresses by the age of 4, and I wouldn't touch a doll with a 10-foot pole. And I played a lot of softball. By the way, any gay ladies out there play softball? That's right. It's a gateway sport. Come on over. By the time I had reached my 20s, still in full denial, I had met my husband. And this was a guy that I felt like was a really good friend, and so we built a life. We moved to Atlanta together. We bought a house. I started coaching softball. But overall we had a really good time together, and that is why it was very hard to leave him, but finally, at the age of 36, I had enough self-awareness to tell myself and him that I was gay. It was not easy, but then once you tell your spouse, the next thing you have to do is tell your friends, and I was a little nervous about that because you're a certain person to those people, and you have to be another person. So the first group of people I told were my gay friends, because I figured they would probably understand the best. But I was still a little nervous though, because I'm 36. Like how gay can I be at 36? What would they say? So I remember going over to a group of friends' house, and we're sitting in the living room, and I say, "Look, I have something to tell you guys. Patrick and I, we broke up." And they said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I will be okay. But it's going to be hard." And then they just waited for me to tell them the reason. I said, "Well, I think that I'm pretty sure that I'm gay." And they said, "Oh, honey, we knew. We've known for a long time." I said, "What do you mean you knew? What do you mean? It's not like I exude a gay, vibe or anything." And they're like, "Well, let's take an inventory here. You're wearing a REI bag instead of a purse. And take a look down. Those loafers. Those comfortable shoes. And they're like, and what about that party you threw last year? That party was like That thing was like a cry for help. And I'm like, what do you mean, the party? That was a fun party. It wasn't a gay party. I don't know. Well, maybe you guys can help me figure this out. So the party happened in late summer. It was August, and I really wanted to have a theme party. I love a theme party, but it was nobody's birthday. So I went on the internet looking for things that you can celebrate in August. And after a little while of looking, I discovered that, you may not know this, but the first week of August is actually International Breastfeeding Awareness Week. And I thought, breasts. Yeah. Awareness. So this was it. I was going to have a breastfeeding awareness party. And I went right to work. And because you got to get the stuff, right? You got to get your decorations, you got to get your party favors. And you might be thinking, well, did you go to like Babies R Us? No. I went to 3 different porn stores. So convenient in the Cheshire Bridge Road area. So I was ready, and finally the day was here. The first person to arrive to the party was my best friend, Lenore. And she comes up, she is walking down the sidewalk, and the first thing that she sees is this giant 5-foot-tall poster that I had taped to the front of my house. It was a picture of a topless woman massaging her own breast and feeding her baby. Lenore said, wow, you really went all out. Yes, I did. And then more guests started to arrive, and I had everything laid out on the tables. I had like little wind up like hopping boobs with feet, and I had these squirting they squirt water, these boobs, and then I had nipple beer can toppers. It's really a great invention. And so I'm like handing people beers, really proud of my work. And they're like, you want us to drink out of these? And I'm like, yes, we're breastfeeding. I also had boob-themed food, too. So I had made the most amazing boob cupcakes. And they had these little carefully constructed areolas made of icing. So I had vanilla, I had mocha, I had chocolate, I had like multicultural Hooter rainbow. They looked delicious. And you might be wondering, was there a signature cocktail? And yes, there was. Breast milk pina colada. That you could sort of gently massage out of the dispenser. Now, my husband, you remember him, right? Yeah, I mean, he's a straight man, so he kind of thought the whole boob theme was actually pretty awesome, Some of the women thought it was funny, and other women, I think, thought it was a little weird. I didn't even have a baby. Missing element. I remember making small talk with one of my coworkers. It was an awkward conversation. But she was sort of asking for baking tips. She said, now these chocolate cupcakes, how did you get the nipples so hard? Like, I'm so glad you asked. Because it was not easy. First I had to melt chocolate chips until they were just soft enough to form into shapes, and then I had to mold them into perfect, perky little nips. Do you want one? She didn't want one. So by the end of the night, after a few breast milk pina coladas, there were pictures of me in front of the giant poster, pretending to suckle from the 2-foot wide jugs of this topless woman. Sometimes it just takes a while to realize your truth, whatever that truth is. But here's what I think. It's never too late, right? Yeah. And today, I am married to the most amazing, intelligent woman with boobs. And at my house, it is a boob party every day.